Hello friends, this is Sandeep Chatterjee once again. I welcome you to my YouTube show that is Amazing Agile. Today I brought an important topic that is importance of daily stand-up meeting for a Scrum team. You can think why it is so important. We are doing it daily. We all are Scrum team member and it is our everyday work. My friends, for my long experience in this field, I found that whatever the Scrum meeting I attended in various organizations across the globe, I found that we are not following the exact rule. As a formality, you're going for 15 minutes, sitting there. When my turn comes, I give update and I leave the meeting. Or sometimes if I don't want, I don't go. So it is the usual practice. So that's why I thought I must make a video where I can tell people or the Scrum team members, practitioners, that what is the exact rule, what we should do or get out of it, and what do we avoid it. So let's begin. The purpose of my today, the agenda is the Scrum meeting, the purpose, the generic rules, and avoidance. So let's begin. The purpose is mainly on the synchronization. You all know that because it is a 2 weeks or 3 week sprint. So that means we have only 10 days or 15 days actually in our hand, and we have a hell lot of work to do. So we hardly get some time to discuss to the other team members. So this 15 minutes is very crucial for everyone that all to meet together under one roof or under one platform where they can give the update to each other. And accordingly, some decision can get some idea whether it'll be able to finish the sprint on time or not, that we can get all those ideas like this. Second one is proactive decision. So if you're having some issues, if you want to say something, if you think that it is not doable, you can tell upfront to the product owner or scrum master or the business owner so that accordingly the decision can be made. If you think you have a roadblock, if you think that initially you took this story, it should be done, but by some reason, some external dependency or vendor, it's not possible to deliver. So these type of thing, if you can tell upfront, that means proactively, as I told before, this situation can be handled. Either the decision can change for that particular sprint or that particular story, or discuss with the vendor. Anything can be taken, and so that we can deliver on time. We'll not be going to lose the sprint and many other benefits. Daily progress, track stories, and towards the completion. So this is the regular activity that this meeting we discuss, ask for everyone what is the status of your ticket, like the picture like this, say the colors for the different color for the different people, where the stickies are, even in the electronic board, and if you are moving and the intent is the end of the sprint or last day, all the stickies, whatever you identify, should move to the done column. Transparency, that is mainly for the customers, and it is also a rule of agile. It is written in the agile principle that you should be transparent to the customer. So for all the projects, you cannot expect your customers should be present on the daily basis. So the representative of the customer, that is your product owner, right? He is the voice of customer, so he should be present, and if you give the update, then the product owner can convey your update to the customer or business owner or SMEs or whoever as per his responsibility. So this is the purpose. Let's move to generic rule. Again, generic rule is you all know that. So it is just to refresh your knowledge and with mind. Facilitated by the Scrum Master. That means Scrum Master responsibility to conduct this meeting. Scrum Master should send the invite in advance to everyone, whether it is a in-room, that means the co-located, or the distributed. If it is an in-room, then he should ensure that not only send the invite, but also book the particular room. Because it's happened many times that you booked a room but it's already occupied by somebody else because you have not booked it properly, or you have not yet booked. So it is Scrum Master responsibility that whenever you are sending the invite, you must mention the room number if it is a co-located, or you must give the login, password, date, time, so that everyone can join at the same time. And it should be a recurring meeting because it's a daily meeting. Next is owned by the Scrum team. This is a very tricky thing because you will face this type of question in the interview, or if you're giving the exam on the Scrum Master certification or any other Scrum related certification. Because the question comes, who is the owner of daily Scrum meeting or daily stand-up meeting? Most of the people answer it that it is a Scrum Master is the owner. The answer is wrong. It is owned by the product team. I'm sorry, the Scrum team, because it is Scrum team is discuss their status between the team. So guys, you should be careful about this answer. The next is product owner is optional. Product owner is optional is the generic rule for the Scrum, but my recommendation based on my experience that you must invite product owner, because product owner is the voice of customer, as I told you a few minutes ago. So he or she can understand the issue. If you have any small questions, not the clarification, then he can give the answer up front, or if you want to discuss about the technical something, you can always discuss with the product owner at a point of time. And product owner should know the status, issue, roadblocks, so that he can take the necessary action, or any other activities that need to be performed, he will take care of it. So I request not only the product owner, but if you have a dependency team, then you must invite the dependency team member or dependency product owner as well. This is mainly applicable if you're working on Scale Agile framework. Must conduct daily. That means this activity has to be done on daily basis, and preferably the same time, same location, and the same agenda. Update only the work status. This is the most important activity. I wanted to tell you again and again that in this meeting you only update your work status. That is only in a part of 3 questions. Number 1, what you have done yesterday. Then number 2, what is your plan for today? And number 3, and the last one, have any impediment or roadblock. So apart from these three, you are not supposed to update anything else unless you are asked to do by the product owner or Scrum Master or the business SME, whoever is available in the meeting. Keep the meeting within 15 minutes. As I told, if you only may give the update of these 3 questions, whoever maybe 10 team member, you can be able to finish by 15 minutes if you do not make any other discussion, if you don't do any side talking or anything else. And I urge everyone that try to make this meeting even less than 15 minutes, because your each and every minute is important. So try to save your time so that you can utilize your in your project. Keep notes in advance. That means you should be prepared for your meeting. Guys, this is an important point, and I'm telling you, 90% of us don't do that. We just go and give the update. But listen, if you have many activities, suppose if you have 7 or 8 stories, you are doing it all are in the in progress column. So probably you will be having many updates to give, maybe 7, 8 sentences or more. So in this case, you please take a note, because your every point is important to for everyone. So you should tell it to reading it the notes. Otherwise, you will miss some of the points, and eventually that could be a misinterpretation or misleading to the rest of the team. Collocated team should stand up. It is only when you are in the office or all are sitting in the one room and in front of the Scrum board. I will speak to this later. Update Scrum board. So if you are in the Scrum team or in the Scrum board in the world, then move the stickies as you speak up. If you have completed any of the stories, move it to done. If you have any stories that you are to move it from to do to in progress because you have started working, so do it upfront so that everyone can see that you are moving this ticket. So this is the latest status. And the last one is track the burn down chart to see the progress. So these two activities are going in parallel, because if you move the tickets in the Scrum board or the electronic Scrum board like Jira or Rally or similar tool, then automatically the burn down chart is getting generated. So if you move the ticket from one column to another, the burn down chart will show the progress. If you don't move it, it will not show the progress. So it is very important that you must, either in the meeting or before coming the meeting, you update your status in the as a form of ticket or in the Scrum board, and so that you can see the progress in the burn down chart. And if you don't see the burn down chart every day, but I recommend at least every alternate day. So what to avoid? This is the purpose of my presentation, that I want to say what to avoid. Number one, external interference. So only relevant people should be in the meeting. Avoid other people, those who are not required. But I already told who should be attended. So in the previous slide, so please maintain that. Technical discussion, please avoid that. Because this 15-minute meeting is very precious for everyone, and if you all give update to 2 to 3 minutes, you will spend 15 minutes. So any technical discussion or clarification you want to do, you will end up time. It is Scrum Master's responsibility. If any technical discussion is started going, rather than giving the update, he or she should stop it and ask to do it outside of the meeting whenever they have a convenient time. Side discussion. If one person is giving update and other two persons are discussing separate issues, it doesn't look nice and it's distracting, and it is is breaking the rule of Scrum meeting. And this is a very frequently happen. That's why I bring this point. Requirement clarification. I see whenever I am conducting as a Scrum Master in the Scrum meeting, while giving the update, they started clarifying the requirement, and in the reason is, and for this reason, the agenda gets changed, and it takes time. So do not use any technical discussion. I know it is important, you must ask it, but do it outside the meeting. Or if it is absolutely required, again, then take the permission from the Scrum Master and discuss it. If Scrum Master allows, you are allowed to do that. Change meeting time. Please don't change meeting time, because it is everyone's mindset that you have to give the update in this particular day, or with this particular time. So if you change, then you are losing the focus. And also, I should say, if you're doing in a one room in the office, then do it on the same room every day. Again, it is a mindset that you have to go directly. If you have something thinking something else, and then you go to this room, then you got to know, no, 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 today the meeting room has changed. So you will go to the other room. So you are at the 15 minutes time, you're going to lose something. Personal blame game. That is a very, very important thing that you should avoid. You are doing it knowingly or unknowingly sometimes. So that's why I wanted to bring this point. So guys, be very careful. Do not have any personal blame game in the status update meeting. The personal blame games are like this. You suddenly tell, I could have done this thing, but Mr. Tester, he didn't give the test cases, or for this reason I couldn't do that. I asked you right yesterday, you didn't give me. Why you didn't give me? So this type of things are called personal blame game, and please avoid it. If you need some file, if you need some help, you tell it in the meeting very politely, very diplomatically, gently. If possible, the product owner or Scrum Master will take a note, and next time, the next meeting, when you give the status update, it may happen that Scrum Master will ask the person whom you ask help whether he has given you the help or file or not, so that these things can be sorted very politely. Mobile phone. Friends, as you know that we all are carrying mobile phone, and we always look at our mobile phone whenever we get time. If any WhatsApp message comes or any Facebook update or anything else, even reading news, even in this 15 minutes time also, people are doing it. So that's why I bring in this point, that please avoid bringing mobile phone in the meeting. It is controllable if you are in the meeting room, but it is not controllable whenever you are in the distributed meeting. That means you are logging it from your home or somewhere else. Because if someone is giving update, you are watching at mobile. Nobody is looking at you. That's why you can look at mobile. But please avoid it, because if anyone give any update which is important for you, you may miss that. So that's a avoidable activity. Multitasking, same as mobile phone. If you're looking at mobile or if you're doing something else, it means you are focusing away from the meeting discussion. So please avoid it. Other discussion, same, the side discussion or anything else which is not giving proper attention to the meeting points. And the last one is absence. Absence is means if you are on vacation, then we cannot say anything. If you are working but is at the same meeting time, if you have another meeting, you generally skip this meeting and go to the other meeting because it is a daily meeting. So if you don't give a update, if you don't listen, doesn't matter. That's how you are thinking and avoiding and going to the other meeting. Guys, please avoid that. If you cannot avoid, then tell your Scrum Master and give the update over email or verbally so that Scrum Master can update on behalf of you during the meeting if you are unable to attend. Otherwise, please avoid the other meeting and join here. So these are the rules that I discussed how to avoid and what to do. And why the stand up? Stand up means you are staying focused. You are not giving your attention to someone else, something else. But and you are sticking to the agenda, avoid long discussion, and if you stand up, there is a tendency that you will speak to the person to the having an eye contact or face to face. And the main purpose of the standing is, especially when you're in the office and in the co-located team, having a meeting in one room, there is a scrum board in front of you. So you all are standing over there and changing the ticket while giving the update. So if you are in the distributed team, if you are logging from your own desk at home or office and connecting and seeing the Jira or something else through the screen sharing, then this practice is not required. So that's all for today. I believe I could able to give you some value, though you're already doing it, but there's certain points that you must remember. So that is the purpose of my this video. Hope you like it, and if you really like it, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget it and ring the bell. Till then, bye bye.